All right, guys, I'm back on for just a few minutes. I am really tired. I've worked hard today at church, and I wanted to come on to talk about. Something. Maybe I can educate you this way. All right. All right. So I'm not going to be on this live long, but I wanted to educate those of you. For just a little bit. I've just done a deliverance service and I decided to come on before I go to bed. All right, so I want to educate some of you right now. Right this moment, they are planning. As you can see, I'm tired. My face looks like I need rest because I haven't really slept much during the night because I've been waking up. I have to, sometimes when the Lord is showing me things during the night, I have to wake up and I have to be able to document what He's showing me during the night. So I'm a bit sleepy. My face is a bit sleepy, and as y'all can see. And then I had church today and so on. But I wanted to educate some people here. I want to educate you of the times that we are living in. And I hope you will give me the opportunity to educate you. All governments right this moment, is working for one person around the world, and they are working for the antichrist. That is how close we are to the coming of the Lord. That's how close we are to the return of Jesus Christ. And all governments are working for the antichrist unless that government does not live by the elites of the world. And I don't know if you remember the Haitian prime minister. Why was he killed? There is a reason why every single government around the world that did not implement what they were doing 2 years ago were killed. These prime ministers that did not implement or put in place what these people wanted them to put in place 2 years ago, every one of them was killed. Every one of them was killed. I'm not going to be long, but I wanted to talk to some people that wants to be educated. Listen to this. We are living in the end times. And because we are living in the end times, some governments will have to come under the control of the beast system. Right this moment in Barbados, I saw in the newspaper, that same thing I tell the church don't take. That same ID, you can have it on your phone. In Barbados, you can get it to put it on your phone. It's in the papers today. So she's trying to put these things on your phone. I really think this is a time, guys, I'm a bit tired. As you can see, I've not really slept during the night as I slept. As I said, what y'all do not understand, it is some people put their trust Okay, I was just reading something. Somebody just put the... If you come to that place, you'll understand that 2 years ago when they had the lockdown, you just could not understand what is happening with all of what they were doing. All what they were doing. And all what they were doing was against the people of God. It was against the people. It was not for the people. It was against the people. So from 2 years ago, they were trying to put things in place for the beast system. All right? They're trying to put things in place for the beast system. So so listen to what I am trying to say to you. I am trying to say to you, this is not the time. This is not the time for you as a person to try to uplift anybody in government. That is the time for you to put your house in order. That's the time for you to put your house in order. All governments are attached to the beast system. All governments are attached to the beast system. Every one of the governments in the world are attached to the beast system. So that is the reason why you have to do the best to get your life in order. It's time for you to get your life in order. And when you get your life in order, you're not going to start to quarrel about who's in power and who's not in power, because all of them are working for the beast system. Hi, John. All of them are working for the beast system. So it is time for you as a person to get yourself together. Get yourself together. Get your life together. Because as these people put their as those people put their things together, I am telling you, there is nothing you can do when you cannot buy or sell. If you belong to the devil, you will take the mark. If you don't belong to the devil, you will not take the mark. You will not take the mark of the beast. And it's important as a child of God for you to understand that this is the time for you to get your children together. This is the time, because those of us that does not take the mark of the beast will not be able to buy or sell. We will not be able to buy or sell. And all countries are heading there. You cannot put your trust in a government. You cannot put your trust in what? Your trust must be in God. 2025. I am not sure whether I'll be able to drive my car in Barbados. 2025, 2026. I'm not sure whether I could go to the supermarket. But as God's grace, I'll have to eat from what I plant. What you took 2 years ago, that was the first part of the mark of the beast. A lot of Christians don't realize that. After they did that 2 years ago, 5G was put up every single place. And what I'm trying to say to you, I see people putting their trust in government. And they want to kill people because somebody talk about their government and somebody do this. Lady, gentlemen, lady, get yourself together. These are the tribulation hour. These are the tribulation hour. You think me and Motley care about Bajans? No. She's there to do a job. You think the Prime Minister of St. Vincent care about somebody? You as a Christian need to put yourself together and humble yourself before the mighty hands of God. Humble yourself before God and, and get your life ready. And get your soul ready. We are heading into a place where your daughters or your son would not be able to go to university because they will not be able to have an education. They will not be able to have an education because they don't have the mark of the beast. And you are still there talking about a government. You still want to kill people. All of you who are pretending, all of you, I am telling you, Satan don't like none of you. Satan don't like any of you. Even people that are in witchcraft, I have heard people that was in high witchcraft and maybe they had a near-death experience. And if you see the way Satan treat them, sometimes I want to know, why would you want to be on the devil's side? Yes, Pastor Sharon, they definitely need to get their life in order and pray. So things are coming. Lord, when I see people, this is the time for you to get yourself together here. As I said, I'm not going to be on this live long. I have been up in the 2 o'clock hour, in the 3 o'clock hour in the morning, because as the Lord speaks to me during the night, I have to get up and document it. And then I had to get up very early to go to church. That is the devil's system. This is the beast system. And you may not know that this is the beast system. This is the beast system. So a lot of people are going to go on the side of the devil. They are going to go on the side of the devil because when you cannot normal things from what I'm seeing. Now, when I saw that today, you can have, listen, you can have your ID on your phone in Barbados now. It's in the newspaper. So this lady in Barbados is just getting herself together. She is just, while Bajans are sleeping. Now, I am telling you something that's in the newspaper today. And Caribbean people are so dumb. You are so dumb. You don't even realize there's something going on around you. The whole Caribbean is getting together for the beast system. Prophetess.
Yes, please.
Were you sleeping?
No, please.
All right. Read the newspaper for me today. Now read it smart. I am on Facebook, so you gotta read it smart. There are some things that you can't. There are some things you can't say on Facebook. So you are a very intelligent woman. So what you saw in the paper today, so that woman heading with the beast system.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Okay. Yes, they're going ahead with it.
They are going ahead with that.
Regardless of how many people are doing it. It's going to be, as you said, they've got taken it to the next level, which you told us was going to happen.
All right. Did I tell y'all that they would take this to a next level? When they realized that the people did not take it. So they know that the young people like their cell phone, right?
Yep.
So they're trying to catch the young people by putting all of the information on their phone right here in Little Barbados. Tell them what else going on.
There's also the elderly that they want to get to, because they're saying their reason for doing it is that people wouldn't have to leave their homes. They can do everything on the computer, especially those who are old and immobile. So that's their reason.
Really?
Yeah.
And listen to what they're trying to do. If I have a parcel, I don't have to go to the post office to get the parcel no more. They will bring it right here to me.
Right.
Wait. So this is to say exactly where I am. This is to say exactly where I am. They will control what I bring. What I say to you?
Yes. It's telling me that people need to have their eyes open. There's always an underlying motive, because there's always a hook. Satan always uses a hook, something that was seen to be good to you. Like how he told Eve, when you will get knowledge, you will get knowledge and wisdom. You see, he always has a hook, but look at the result. If you take the hook, if you take the bait, there's going to be a devastating result. You need to look at the result and people need to stop being naive and stupid to the enemy's devices.
All right. So that's in the newspaper, the Bajan newspaper today.
Yes, it is.
What do you think about this whole thing? Because I told y'all in church that this is going to happen here.
Yes, you did. Because when I actually really don't normally buy paper. I will go on the internet and find some of these clips and use those news clips. But my husband just decided to buy paper right after church. Actually, we didn't even go straight home, which is not a norm for us. So for us to see this in paper today, and it was like, whoa, well, this is fast. This is really fast.
So while the people were walking up, they were doing those things, huh?
Planning and strategizing behind the scenes. That's right. Planning for them. They dancing and gyrating and got the eyes closed.
Oh God, I am sleepy. I'm sleepy and tired. But listen, now you know the difference between Barbadians and St. Lucians. Bajans will listen. Tell me the difference between Bajans and St. Lucians.
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know.
The difference between Bajans and Bajans will stay in the background and murder you, but they ain't gonna say nothing.
True.
Isn't that true?
That's true.
They will stay in the background and murder you, but they ain't gonna say nothing. And I think to me that's a bit much more wiser than those people, huh?
Okay. Oh, I see. Right, they were trying to plot for you behind the back room. In the back room.
Right. But
got you.
All right, so listen to what I want to say to us. I am a bit tired, and I know Reverend Kerry. We were up like for 2 o'clock this morning. I called you at 2 o'clock. Prophetess, did I call you at 2 o'clock?
I think it was about 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Well, I was up like around 2, and I called you around 4. All I want to say to people, we are living in the beast system, and 99% of you are ready. You are ready. So what other step you think that they will take for what is going on here?
So I have internet going in and out. So it's kind of like coming. I heard some of what you said, but somebody didn't hear. You said, what is the next step?
What is the next step? What do you think is going to happen?
It looks like they want to go full speed ahead and do what they have planned with whoever is already connected to the B system. That's what it looks like to me. Very demonic, but that's what it looks like to me.
All right, so Barbados is on stream for the B system. And imagine you have a people here that listens. You have a people here that, to me, the people here listens in a way, but they do it in a different, subtle way. What is going to happen with the rest of these countries where all of these things are being implemented and people are not noticing that the beast system is on them?
Wow.
Because it looks like people are waiting to cuss me out, and the beast system is in St. Lucia. They don't know.
Right.
The beast system is already being implemented in these countries when they should be praying and getting their soul ready. What do you think about that?
I actually have been observing how when one prime minister says they're doing something, another prime minister in another Caribbean country not too soon after is doing the same thing. And it occurred to me, hey, how is it that they have the same agenda and it's so close together?
Go on.
Nothing, no, go ahead. I've just been observing, and then I've been listening to what you've been saying.
Like I told you today, we are 3 million, right?
Yes, please.
I don't understand how somebody could go on my live and see. Can you go on my page and see my performance on my page? No, you can't. Didn't I send you what the performance were?
Sorry, say that again, Pastor.
Did I send you our performance?
Internet.
Are you there?
I can hear you now.
Did I show you our performance?
Don't think I saw.
Okay, let me show you.
Okay.
Let me put down and send it to you. I am simply saying, do you think I'm going to lie to come and tell you that's what we are? Do you think I'm going to lie to come and tell you that's where we are? You can come on my page and see. So I'm saying all of this to say, you have so much to deal with that you won't even deal with your own life. We are in the beast system, and you don't even know that we are in the beast system. Now, all of these prime ministers that y'all think y'all love, I tell you, some of y'all going to be killed because y'all are too ignorant to the fact of God. You are too ignorant. Okay, so what did you see? You saw 3 million, right?
Yes, please. I saw that.
You saw 3 million. So someone went on my page and say they didn't see 3 million. Did you see 3 million there?
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
Yes. It's right there in your face.
You saw 3 million, right?
Yes.
So can you check somebody? You can't check what goes on my Facebook. We are 3 million.
Yes, that's right.
You have to be able to understand how Facebook works. And this was in just the last 90 days, right?
Yes, please.
It just in the last 90 days, 3 million. All right, so the people that do not have their life together, because what 2024, 25, what do you think is going to happen? Because I'm going to go off live in just a few minutes.
Well, I got you. I'm sorry, I heard what you asked about what do I think will happen. I've been observing the wars and the rumors of wars. I've been observing Israel, Iran, the war that is there. I also observed the civil unrest in England, and I remember that you said it at church twice. There'd be a war in England.
Yeah.
And I went back to the civil unrest, and I even noted that the king was trying to quell it, for him to step in at this point to make a statement to try to bring it down. It hasn't eased up. And I remember your statement about a war, so I started to say, "Whoa, is this the war that Apostle was talking about?"
Not only that, but Russia. I think that we have to look for that prophecy. Russia is going to invade England. You remember the prophecy that I gave where Russia is going to invade England?
Yes, ma'am.
There's an underground tunnel that Russia is building, and that is when they will invade England. So why when I put out that prophecy, the English did not come and curse me, Reverend Carey? No, let's talk.
Only the foolish will despise prophecy. God said, you will have to.
How do you despise prophecy? Go on, woman of God.
Well, doing exactly what they did to you, which is what they would have done to other prophets of the Bible. Because kings despise prophecies from prophets of the Bible. Because the people that have carnal minds, that have an ungodly mind, that don't know the mind of God, will despise prophecy. Even when Joseph released the prophecy of his dream, not even his father spoke against him. They had to ponder it. They had to keep it in their heart. When, what's his name? Samson. When the angel visited his mother, they didn't despise the prophecy. Some of these things may seem, but God is far beyond us. So how can you open your mouth against a prophet? You're a fool. You're foolish to do that. Right? So that's despising prophecy. Only a fool does that.
But we already know that this nation got problems. We don't know that. So how comes the English people did not curse me? But the Vincentian did curse me though. So
true.
They said a lot of things. If I go back to the prophecy, and you went to St. Vincent with me when can you tell them when I went to St. Vincent to prophesy the volcano? You went to St. Vincent with me, right?
Yes, I went. Yes, please.
Tell us about that move in St. Vincent when I was sent. That was years and years ago.
Yeah, it was years ago. I don't know if you went after the Haiti earthquake, if it was around that time, but I know it was. It was around that. Maybe I remember you preaching on the street. I remember you had gone twice, and even a demonic person tried to push you in the streets from preaching. And I also remembered that the media didn't show up. The same media that ended up coming to you after the volcano.
The same media that would not come to record me when I went to St. Vincent is the same media who put me up while the tell them what happened. It was while the volcano was going, they went back into their archives and realized that I came there twice to prophesy that. And listen,
that's right.
Now I want to tell St. Lucians the volcano will erupt in St. Lucia, but I will not take no interview from none of you. So don't call me, because it's gonna be the worst time this volcano erupts. Tell them.
I can't remember if it was. Well, I can't remember if it was St. Lucia or Dominica, but we had a driver said that when we came, when he was driving us when we were leaving the site where you ministered, and he said that just before you came, God had sent another lady dressed in white, just like you, to prophesy the same thing. And it confirmed that God had sent you, that, everything that you had ministered was the exact same word. So, and both you visited both islands, actually, Dominica and St. Lucia, St. Vincent. But
we went to Dominica once or twice? Once.
I think once. But you went to St. Vincent twice, which was saying that this was, if God's going to send you twice to the nation, it meant that it was pending,
It was imminent.
Because I remember you were supposed to, yes, it was imminent. You were supposed to go to Beckley, but something happened and you ended up staying in the city of St. Vincent instead, and the second time. And I do remember some demonic person came and tried to push you in the street. But I think it was that guy that confirmed somebody else was sent as well. So, yeah, it was definitely imminent. But remember that God said that 1,000 years is as a day to him. So though you had gone, like 10 years before, it came 10 years after. They told me that you were ahead 10 years. So, but God is patient.
Yeah, oh yeah. But I know you are tired. We've been up like from 4 o'clock. I've been up from 2 o'clock. Let me share something with you. When this volcano erupts in St. Lucia, it's going to cover the whole place. So when I was in St. Vincent preaching about the volcano, that was 10 years ago. Was that 10 years ago?
I think it would have been more than 10 years ago.
It was more than 10 years ago. I had a group of people that travel with me, and there were people that tried to push me in the streets, and the same newspaper or whatever that did not want to record what I had to say was the same people that put it back. Let me share something with you. I have had a lot of people, for me preaching the word of God, that have even tried to murder me. They've tried to kill me for bringing the word of God. But I want to let you know this volcano can be the worst of its worst. It's going to send St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent going to be covered on the ash. But it's going to be the worst of its time. Lava coming out of it is going to be the worst of its time. So listen to what I want to say to you. That type of behavior, we've seen it before. We've seen that behavior before, and I believe that the Vincentians behaved that way when I went there. And they didn't only behave that way, they were cursing me on Facebook. You remember that, Reverend Kerry?
Yeah. Yes.
And God is not done with them. God is not done with the Vincentians. There is still prophecy with a 7.9 on the Richter scale that's going to hit there if they don't repent. So I don't understand. So I am not new to these type of things. So St. Lucia can do as they like. The words I have ministered will come to pass. By the way, I'm so tired because I've been up so early this morning. So I've seen people try to push me on the streets. I've seen people do a lot of things to me. But this volcano in St. Lucia is going to be the worst because it's going to trigger a very huge earthquake that's going to shatter buildings. It's going to be the worst of its worst in the Caribbean. And I believe as this happened, this is what is going to cause the water that I saw coming from Dauphin, where the two oceans come together. Look. Somebody called Maria's phone today. That's how wicked they are. But I want to tell you, whatever I have said on this will come to pass. Reverend Kerry, I know you are tired. I'm tired also. I'm going to go. But let's get ready for what God is doing in this season. Your country is getting the mark of the beast ready. You get yourself ready, because anyone who takes the mark of the beast, their soul is gone straight to the devil. So some of you take what you took 2 years ago. Be very careful. God bless you. I have to get some rest. I love you. God bless.
Good night.